Here are my 10 favorite riffs that led to the invention of heavy metal and some cool facts about each one of them. Check it out. So to start out, You Really Got Me by the Kinks, released in August 1964. It was originally written to be a jazz song. So another cool fact about this is it's always been a rumor that Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin actually played the solo on it, but he didn't. So there you go. Here's the riff. Alright, number 2 on the list, Wild Thing by the Troggs, released in April of '66. The song was originally recorded and released by a band called the Wild Ones in 1965, but it didn't even chart. Then the Troggs recorded it and released it in '66, and it was a number 1 on the top 100. So number 3 on the list is Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, released in November of '67. Now, I really love Cream. They're one of the first bands to kind of explore the psychedelic rock genre. So Jack Bruce actually wrote the riff to Sunshine of Your Love the night that he got home from a Jimi Hendrix concert. He, was inspired by Jimmy's riffs, and he got home. He wrote it on his bass. That's what he played. He was the bassist and the singer. So here's the riff. All right, number 4, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida by Iron Butterfly, released June of 1968. This song is 17 minutes long. And they actually used to play entire sets of just this one song. So like a 35-minute set at a gig, and it's just one song, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Now, the song was originally written to be in the Garden of Eden. But when they initially recorded it, just, to get the idea down, the songwriter was, he was basically drunk at the time, and he was slurring his words so bad that it came out as In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. So that's how the name came up. So here's the riff. All right, number 5, Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, also released in June of '68. Now, this song is often referred to as the first heavy metal song. And also, this song marked the first use of the term heavy metal. It was used in the second verse with the lyric heavy metal thunder. But they were talking about motorcycles instead of music, but the term stuck. Number 6, Helter, Skelter by the Beatles. Released November 1968. This was Paul McCartney's attempt at writing something that was as loud and dirty as possible. So he had just listened to I Can See for Miles by The Who, and Pete Townsend was praising it for being, one of the dirtiest, loudest, rawest songs that The Who had ever recorded. So he said, you know what? I can beat that. So he wrote Helter Skelter. And obviously Helter Skelter has, that whole thing about Charles Manson and, it inspiring a race war and all that. But here's the riff. Number 7, Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin. Released May of 1968. This was Led Zeppelin's first hit single in the U.S. Led Zeppelin actually was sued over this song because a lot of the lyrics came from another song that was written by Willie Dixon called You Need Love. The song was recorded with Muddy Waters. So Willie Dixon actually sued Led Zeppelin because a lot of the words were exactly the same. But here's the riff. It's pretty awesome. Number 8, 21st Century Schizoid Man by King Crimson. Now this was like one of the first progressive rock songs. You've got elements of heavy metal, progressive rock, jazz rock. We've got trumpets. We've got, like orchestra type stuff. Heavy metal going. Time signatures are changing. Like this song is just, opening up a whole new world, really. The song Black Sabbath by the band Black Sabbath, released in February of 1970. Now the lyrics of this song were actually inspired by a dream that the bassist of Black Sabbath had, where he had put a book on the shelf, like an occult book. So he had just finished reading that, he went to bed, he wakes up, and he has a dream or whatever, and there's this dark figure standing at the end of his bed, staring at him. So then when he gets up the following morning, the book is actually gone. So he tells Ozzy this story, then Ozzy writes the lyrics about it. So number 10 is Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, released May 1973. So really, I just wanted to include Deep Purple on the list, and I thought Smoke on the Water would be a really good one because it does have a really cool and familiar guitar riff, and it's, it is a pretty heavy song for the time. The riff is the first riff of a lot of new guitarists. But Richie Blackmore said that most of y'all are playing it wrong. So, what's cool about that is most people learn it, and I'm guilty of this, most of the time learn it with the power chords. So, you're starting out with a G power chord, B flat, blah, blah, blah. But it's not that. It's all double stops. So it's actually easier the way that it's supposed to be played versus the way we learn it as our first song on the guitar. That's just odd. But anyway, this song was based on a true story where they were in Switzerland and they were supposed to record an album, which was Machine Head, which this song would be included on. They were going to be recording it in this casino. And somebody shot a flare gun, which is mentioned in the song, and the place ends up setting on fire. So it's right beside Lake Geneva, and as the smoke was rising off the water and the casino's burning in the background, that came the lyric, smoke on the water, fire in the sky. So they wrote the rest of the song based on that entire story, which is true. So here's the riff. Alright guys, that's it. Like I said, plenty other riffs contributed to heavy metal. These are just 10 of my favorite that I like to pick around on. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.